Well, tax day is just a few weeks away, and it can be a very stressful time for many of our kupuna. Luckily, there's help out there, and it's free. Joining us in studio is Terry Higashi, a communications specialist, to talk about AARP's tax aid program. Welcome and good morning, Terry.
Good morning.
Talk about what this tax aid program is all about.
The AARP Foundation Tax Aid is the nation's largest free volunteer-run tax assistance and preparation program. It started in February in Hawaii and runs through mid-April. Tax aid is aimed at people who can't afford to pay someone else to do their taxes. For someone on a fixed income, saving money on taxes can make a big difference.
So can anyone just show up and sign up?
Yes, for some of the locations, it's on first-come, first-served basis, and the other locations are by appointments. And we accept anybody that walks in through the door. As long as we're able to do their tax returns, we accept anybody that comes through.
And for people who want to sign up, what kind of documents should they bring with them?
They should bring their Social Security card, their picture ID. Also, if they have any income, they should bring their W-2s or their 1099-Rs from their pension income.
And how can people find a tax aid location in the state?
They can go to our website, the AARP website, or they can also call the 1-800 the tax aid AARP Now number. When
people think about taxes and filing, they often can get intimidated. What do you want people out there to know about filing taxes?
As long as they keep their documents in order, it's not as stressful. People have learned over the years to make sure they have all their documents before they come to our sites to do their taxes.
What would you say is the biggest mistake that people make when they file their taxes?
They forget to bring their documents. They forget to bring their Social Security card, or sometimes they forget to even bring their photo ID to do their taxes.
So bring all of those documents so you don't have to go back home and come back, right? Yeah. Now, there is a scam going around, unfortunately, with tax season. What do you want people to know?
Well, the biggest scam is the IRS scam. They will call people up and try to scare people by speaking in a loud voice or leaving a loud voicemail. And the important thing for people to know is that IRS will never call people to ask for money. And if there's any mistakes by the IRS, they would write a letter. They will not call the people, and the people should not give out credit card information or their personal information to the caller.
And for this scam, are they targeting a certain demographic, kupuna, or just basically anyone?
I think it's basically anyone, because I got a few myself.
You did? Okay. And then you knew what was up right away.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Terry, for being here.
Thank you.